everybody, and welcome back to the truck. Today is a bit of a special day. I'm thinking about doing another amulet, or pendant, whatever you want to call it. We are going to be doing some aeons from the book Elantris. So I'm thinking about doing this one, just because it really looks cool, and I think that I can actually get each of the pieces in here and solder them all together and actually have a legitimate pendant. Some of these other ones, there's like this one I don't think I'm going to be able to do, or even this one, just because I believe that they'll be too flimsy on the outside and it'll just bend and just not be a good piece of jewelry. But today we're going to be doing this one. So let's get to drawing. Okay, so what I'm thinking is doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So doing half circles. And of course, soldering them in the center, soldering them on these sides. And then bringing in and soldering a little loop and straight on each side. And just making sure that I solder each point where it connects. Okay, so that my horrible drawing does not make this look terrible, I'm going to be copying this. So basically, we're just going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4 half circles, and then 5 and 6. And these are just slightly curved towards one of the arms and straight back into the center of this diamond shape. So once I have these 4 semicircles soldered in, so it's going to solder here, here of course, just soldered in each of these spaces. Then I'm going to come in and add these 2 extra pieces, and that should be it done. Alright, so these are going to be half circles, so we're just going to make a full circle and then just cut them in half. So we just need to find out what diameter these half circles are. Alright, so now that I have this piece and it's measured to one of the half circles, I'm going to straighten it out again and measure it along and cut 3 more lengths, and then I'm going to shape them.
I decided to do them individually instead of doing one and then measuring it off of that. I think that this ended up being a little bit more precise, so that I know that each of them, while bent over and shaped, that they have the exact measurements that they need.
Alright, so now that we have all the pieces cut, we can start assembling them and then soldering them together. So I need to make sure that all of these are just about the right shape and just put them together. So let's get this started.
I started doing the half circle sets in this pattern because I knew that it would be easier to do the two halves and then put them together, so I know that they'll be soldered.
Alright, so now I need to clean these two. Alright, so I have this partially soldered. I only have 2 of these bars soldered. The other 2 bars aren't soldered yet because I want to try to flatten this out a little bit. Make it look more like one piece. So let's clean this up and then tap it out. Alright, so far, I've got the piece. So now we're going to clean it up for the last time. Now I'm only going to do a light cleaning. I'm not going to do any polishing or anything like that for right now. I'm actually getting some of that stuff in. That's why I'm holding off on that. I've got some of that stuff coming in the mail. Hopefully by the time I get home. Yay! So let's clean this up. So let's see how I stack up. Alright, so not too bad. I kind of need to redo that piece, but all in all, this came out fairly good. Actually, I can fix that piece. There, that's a little better. Now, of course, I need to tweak this a little bit and actually put it into focus. That'd be good too. But this actually came out very well. I think maybe a few extra things I could do in the planning and maybe putting it together would have made it a little bit better. But I like how this came out, and I can't wait to try the next one. Alright, so that is it for tonight. Well, this is actually 2 nights of me stopping and actually filming. But for you guys, it's just a night or a day, depending on when you see this video. But I really like how this came out. It came out fairly well to what I was trying for. But that is it for tonight. Like I said, I like how this came out, and I definitely think a few more of these are going to be made into pendants. I think that's it's a little small, I think. Be a little small for me. But, you know, for a little pendant, that wouldn't be bad. I actually have littler ones that I'm a little worried about trying out that are literally for like earrings. Little scared of those just because it's so small. I might need to get a smaller wire. But I can't wait until next week. I believe I have 1 package in. I hope by the time I get home I will have 2 packages that has some more material and some more tools and supplies so that I can continue to make better, more cooler projects, kind of like this, where it's just a lot of sculpting. I like the sculpting. I definitely like the sculpting. But I thank you all for watching this week, and I hope that I see you all next week. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing next week. I don't have any plans. I guess I'm going to go off the cusp and figure something out. I usually do. Eventually. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. If you did like it, hit that like button, of course. And if you really liked it, hit the subscribe button, and then you'll get notified whenever I put out a video. I try to do about one a week. I've been pretty consistent with one a week. I've been trying to pin down a time. I've been trying to go for like noon. I think that's a pretty good time. But it is late. It's 2 o'clock on Friday morning. So, Friday morning, Thursday night. Yep, I need to go to bed. So, have a wonderful evening.